At the end of the day, you don't need a bunch of money to get back on track with your health. The only thing that kind of creates a little separation, and even sometimes when people view that, is that there isn't, we don't do hormone replacement and things that people might be looking for in those arenas, or GLPs or peptides and things like that. And that's a whole nother slew of things where I'm not against those things. So I want to kind of take that approach as well and say that all of that can be necessary in certain circumstances, but our ancestors didn't use a lot of those things. And so we're going back to that, telling the body what it doesn't do right and taking something that will help enhance it to do that. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of data on some of these things. There's even other countries that find them dangerous and they're illegal. So the problem becomes, what is going to go down the pipeline that eventually will come back on us on some of these things that we're utilizing instead of taking that natural approach? Because everything you need, you have access to around you. And that's where most people lose sight of. Here's the next best, greatest thing where you've got hydrotherapy, and you've got saunas and things like that, and those are great. And there are some aspects of the sauna, right, where you think of Native American and they do sweat lodging and things like that. So those are around. But you have the red light therapy saunas and things like that. Well, you could go outside in the morning when the sun is rising and when it's setting in the evening, and you probably get just about close to the same benefits. But at the end of the day, you don't need a bunch of money to get back on track with your health. You just need to go back to the basics. And you don't need somebody in a white coat telling you how to do things and that you don't know what you're doing, because that's the other thing. Most of us have forgotten how to take care of ourselves, and we don't need people outside of us to tell us how to take care of ourselves. Now, we might need somebody that gives us guidance, but we don't actually need them telling us what to do.
And that's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
Is the guidance. We provide the tools necessary, but it's up to you to use them. We can't force you to use them.